Good afternoon. My name is Khadija, and we are on the first episode of the Marketing Tech, a day in the life with a digital marketing expert. So, our guest today is going to be Oluwatobi Adekunle. He is a digital marketing professional, and he's the co-founder of the Growth School, and is going to be joining us today to just give us an idea of what digital marketing is all about, a day in the life or a day in in his life, and just the juicy gist and everything. So just bear with me and give us a couple of minutes, and we'll just go live. I feel like at this point I should be playing music in the background or something while we're waiting. So I think we'll go live exactly by 2:02. And thank you already for joining us. And I hope you really enjoyed the session. And also remember to put in your questions and answers and whatnot. And see you soon. Why am I saying see you soon? We are starting now. Okay, 2 p.m. on the dot. But guys, you can just say hi and your hellos in the comment section so that I can even confirm that everybody can hear me right now. Okay, 2 more minutes and we'll go live. We'll start. Hi, Buttercup. Hi, Nohela. Hi, Clinton. Thank you. Okay. Hi, Toby. See you soon. Hi, Sadiq. Hi, Aziko's child. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. Hi, Toby. Okay, so let me just start off by welcoming everybody to the live. Like I said, this is our first episode of A Day in the Life. So really, this series is all about just giving you an inside gist of what it seems like to be a marketing professional, right? And you get to know what it is like, what the work is all about, what they do, and what their normal Monday or Tuesday or Thursday or whatever day was going to look like, right? And today, our guest is going to be Oluwatobi Adekunle. He is the co-founder of the Growth School and a great marketer. He has a very good amount of years already in the industry, and okay. And I think we should be going live as of now. Sorry, so I have to just look down because my note is down. Okay, 1 second, please. Okay, so I think we're good to go to start now. So my name is Khadija. I am the co-founder of the Tech Creative, and all here with me today is going to be Oluwatobi Adekunle, like I said earlier. We're here to talk about or give the gist into the day in the life of a tech marketing professional. A tech marketing professional. And I'm going to be bringing on board Oluwatobi. Oluwatobi is a seasoned growth and marketing professional that is driven by passion for leveraging technology to drive business growth. He is a co-founder of the Growth School UK and also 3XG Africa, and a mentor and a trainer in the digital marketing ecosystem. He has over 12 years of experience in various industries. Toby started his career right from Konga, Eskimi, and Sterling, and in leading growth and product marketing teams, and he holds a postgraduate diploma in professional marketing from the Chartered Institute of Marketing UK and an MBA from the Business School Netherlands and a certificate in strategic marketing from Lagos Business School. So I'm going to be inviting Toby now to just join us on the stage and we can just get right into it. 1 second, just give me a moment, guys. Hi, Toby.
Hi,
Hi, good
Khadija.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you hear
I can
me?
hear you loud and clear. I hope everybody
Awesome
else
stuff.
can hear you. Hi.
What did you
So,
say?
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you clearly.
Hi. How's your day going? How are you today?
Yeah, fine. I think I've just been with the kids, just
Oh.
on the weekend, trying to warm up to them and get ready for the session
Oh,
also.
wow. That sounds interesting. So I hope you are very ready for us and our questions and answers. I mean, it's more like you just giving us a gist of what your day today is like.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so let's just get right into it then, since you are very well prepared. So we're going to be starting off with taking a deep dive into what a day in your life is like, right?
Okay.
And the first question is going to be more like you telling us what a typical day is like, and we just start from there, really.
Okay. A typical day in the life of a digital marketing or a marketing professional is actually very dynamic. And that is one thing you're going to love about doing digital marketing. It's not like your traditional marketing or sales where you do more like the same thing over and over. It's a mix of strategic planning, creative development, data analytics, execution. So each day is usually very different. Sometimes depending on the campaign you are running, sometimes depending on the business goals you're trying to achieve, sometimes also depending on the direction of the business. So you come into the office and sometimes there's crisis on the ground that you need to address. There are issues you need to resolve. A lot of stuff is involved. So it's a bit dynamic for each and every one, depending on
I mean, it sounds really interesting. So it's more like you're going in every day and you don't even know what you're going to be getting up to.
Absolutely, it's
Oh, wow.
interesting.
Okay. So what kind of meetings do you attend to? What are the first thing you do whenever you get to work in a day or in the morning or anything?
Okay, so the first thing I do in the morning, trust me, I'm also not the regular guy, and this can be very weird. The reason I said so is for me, I'm not the morning person.
Okay.
Most times when I get into the office or when I get to my desk to work, I press my phone, check social media for the next 1 hour. Trust me, if nobody's dying, then I'm good. But probably if somebody's dying or you need to revive
Yeah.
someone, I
Yeah.
might be on my system. But usually for me, I'm not the morning type. It's like starting a generator. You live in Nigeria where you need to power your own energy by yourself. You start it, you draw it, then before you start working, that's how it works. So maybe 11, 10, 11 thereabout, then I start checking my emails, to see what are the things I need to respond to. Are there campaigns I need to review? Are there reports? Most especially if you're in the digital marketing space, you need to create reports, either weekly reports. So you need to look what your campaigns are, looking like. You need to check if your ads are working. You need to check your content. You need to check your KPIs to be sure that you're achieving your KPI based on the business goals that you've set for yourself. So these are things I do after I've checked all of the Twitter, all of the LinkedIn, all of, then I get into work. And it can be sometimes very rigorous. Say you have, while you are preparing your report, you discover that your campaign is performing poorly, then it means that you need to take time to look at, critical elements within your campaign that you need to tweak, you need to strategize in between, you need to review an existing process. So it's a combination of different things. And like I said earlier, it's dynamic. It depends on what you are going through per time. It depends on what you're trying to achieve. Yeah, basically.
I mean, you've listed a lot of responsibilities that you even have to do right from the very morning or the very start of the day, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How do you then how do you manage these tasks all together? Is it that you have to take because like me now, I have to do some sort of to-do list. I don't even know how to do to-do lists on laptop or whatever. I feel like I have to write them down with paper and biro for me to know that these are the things I have to do in a day. This is the responsibilities of what I have to do, and this is how I'm going to go about it. How do you manage that kind of process for you?
Interesting. So, with the help of technology, there was a time we were using like three different project management tools. We're using Asana, we're using Trello, we're using Monday.com, and it feels like the world is going to explode. So, with all of tools, you can actually schedule what is important, what you need to do urgently, what you can push forward. So one of the things I also do is to check my board in the morning to see, okay, is there any critical task I need to take on? If there are no critical tasks, I will just continue to solve the web. Like, not.
I think as you're solving the web, you're also using it to know what is going on out there. And that is
Exactly.
helping you
And
too.
yeah, you're right. A lot of the time, I also solve the is just to also get insight into what is happening within the space or the industry, to so I use those tools to prioritize my tasks to say, okay, these I need to get done quickly, these I can push, these I still need to research, so those tools actually help me to plan effectively and plan better. In terms of using biro and paper, sometimes when you're going outside of a meeting, you also need to write some things down so that you can, get insight into what you need to do and how you need to push things forward. Yeah, basically.
You really sound like you actually love what you do, and I feel like it's not everybody that actually
I've been
gets
I've been
that.
doing I've been doing this for over 12 years.
Oh wow, that's a
So
very
so
bad.
I know what I do. Interesting. I know what I do,
Yeah,
but interestingly, a lot of the times people think you do so much. You
yeah,
can, I remember while I was working, because this is conversational, I remember when I was working with Conga, I
yeah.
was working as an ad specialist, like a PPC specialist, pay per click campaign specialist. That was my role. And I can tell you categorically that by 12 p.m., myself and my colleague were done. We
Oh
work.
wow.
Yeah. That's because primarily what we do is to check that the campaign are performing. If we need to set up campaign, set it up. Maybe if we are setting up a new campaign, we might extend it till 2 or 3 p.m. By 12 to 3, we are done. And we just sit down there, solve the web. So at a point, our director used to notice us that these guys, it feels like they have free time. And once it is 5, we pick our bags and we go. So she felt like these people are not doing enough. And I remember she reported
Oh
us to our
wow.
to our line manager that what are these guys doing? It feels like they don't work. And that one told her that those two guys, if they stop working, the CEO will come from office to come and scream at you, right? So sometimes the work can be like that. It
Yeah,
feels like you're not doing anything. It's like a midfielder in a football pitch. It feels like he's not doing anything or she's not doing anything, right? But
very big,
once
like
they
very
you
important in the
feel the
pitch.
empower. So sometimes the work can be like that. Sometimes it feels like you're not working, but the day you didn't come to the office or you didn't work, they'll probably give you a call and say what's happening.
I mean, that really sounds interesting because being somebody that is also in marketing myself, I actually really understand what you're talking about, right? And there are also some days where it's hectic. I mean, I have experience in agency, and it is you now saying you're working with different clients at the same time, trying to achieve different campaigns, and can just be a whole lot sometimes, right? And you have days where you're just calm. Is it possible for you to share what actually made you go into this space? Because I feel like starting out for me, it was more just about I was really intrigued about the power that the media actually had in that space, right? And I just wanted to be able to be in that space with those kind of people that had the influence of actually managing people's perspective without them even knowing. Because the things that we do as a marketing professional is we're trying to like convince people to take some actions, right? And in a way they do not actually know is like we have some sort of power in shaping their perception around something, right? And I feel like that is a really big thing. And is it possible for you to just share your own um interest or what made you start out in this space?
So how or why I got into the marketing space generally, right?
Yes.
So I think for me it was just coincidence. I won't lie. I would
Okay.
say by any yeah. But one thing I knew was I like any profession that has to do with engaging people, right? Relating with people. So immediately I got out of school, that was in 2009, I had the opportunity to lead people or manage a small business. And that was my friend's brother's business. Then
Yeah.
it's more like a computer school and a small tech company. So he just said I should come work with him. And I remember I was trying to use Facebook to help him promote, the business and all of that. I think that was where the interest started from. Afterwards, I got into direct marketing where I did insurance. I did spend up to 3 months before I realized this is not what I wanted. When you go around barefoot, walk around.
Honestly, I feel like that's my biggest fear because I try to run away from that too.
Yeah, for quite a while, but I felt this wasn't what I was looking
Yeah.
for. I think when I got into Konga as a content specialist to start with, where we are writing content, I found out, okay, this is something I would love to do. So I started from doing content. Before then, I've had other similar marketing experience, right? But this one was a bit different because I saw the purpose in what they were doing at the time, and writing, seeing what I was writing, being listed online. So from there, I think that was where I got into the whole digital marketing space. From that writing content, then I began to develop interest in other areas of marketing. I'm not always satisfied with whatever I do in a profession. I just want to know more. And that's what got me to growth marketing. I
Honestly.
marketing. I just feel after digital, there's something more. Okay, I want to know.
Yeah.
Like,
I can resonate with you in that space. It's like I always
yeah,
want more. Every pocket time. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for using the F word. But I really, really understand where you're coming from, because me myself, it's like once I get to know this, I want to know the next thing. It's like I just want to keep knowing, and just something to really just challenge me every single time, right? And I think that's really beautiful, and that actually just gives you that learning curve, and you do great things if you are always in the verge of learning new things every single time.
so that's what got me into growth marketing, because I
Yeah.
feel the senior brother of marketing is growth marketing, right? Where you are driving business growth, leveraging marketing and technology and data. So that brought me to where I am now. Anyways,
That's really, really nice.
yeah,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now taking it back to your day again. So do you usually, are you like a one-man team, or do you work with teams, and
I
how
work
do you guys collaborate together to achieve whatever tasks you have to achieve?
I work with teams, right? I think the largest team I've ever worked with is a team of about 15
Oh
thereabouts,
wow.
15. That
Okay.
was while I was working with Sterling. But currently, we are just a team of three. So I have, two people that report to me. It's a small team, in the UK. Yeah, so I work with team, we delegate tasks. So and in the UK, it's also a bit different, right? Though you are a manager or though you are a leader, you still have to be hands-on. Unlike in
Yeah.
Nigeria, where you probably, while I was, with Sterling, I just lead and manage people. I don't do anything in terms of hands-on. I don't set up campaigns. I don't, because you have people who do it. All you just do is manage, lead from the top, create strategies and all of those. But yeah, you create strategy, you drive implementation. If need be, you set up campaigns, you monitor it, you optimize it. So it's a mix of leadership, it's a mix of managing people, and it's a mix of driving execution also.
Okay, okay. And also, now taking you back to the KPIs, the key performance indicators,
Yeah.
right? How what are your key performance indicators like, and what do you focus on when you're trying to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve with the particular campaign or the particular task that you do regularly?
Okay, so um, for KPIs, so I don't even know which examples to use because I'm involved in different things for KPIs. But the most important KPI for anyone in digital marketing or marketing is website traffic or app down. If yours is app, probably you have an application that you're promoting, or is website. Website traffic is very key because it is from website traffic. I don't want to go into lecturing because the spirit can enter me and I start teaching, right? I want to make it informal and casual. So website traffic is a major KPI for us. Then afterwards is lead generation. And I'm saying it because it works across all product and service industry. If you're into if you're in a product-led organization or you're in a service-oriented
Yeah.
organization, you can't but have website traffic as part of your KPI, lead generation as part of your KPI, conversion rate as part of your KPI. However, on the other hand, if I want to go to the growth part, key KPIs for me are customer acquisition costs, um, customer lifetime value, and retention slash churn rate. So you can see how different they are within different contexts. So for a growth marketing person, the KPIs are different. For a digital marketing person, the KPIs are a bit different. If you are driving app download, then app install is a major KPI for you. if you're a website traffic, lead generation is important. For some people also, maybe on the growth end, monthly recurring revenue, your MRR, average order value, if you're in the e-commerce space. So it differs. But for me, I've just said the basic ones.
Okay. Sorry, so I'm actually just thinking about questions in my head just now. Guys, please, if you have any questions, please you can start putting them in the comment sections. If you have any questions for Toby that you would like him to answer.
Somebody said I should teach. I don't want to leave you here. I was in a session yesterday with AdMap. I was supposed to talk for 1 hour. I think I did almost 2 hours.
Oh wow.
And I still did not finish the slide. And the reason is because I teach, back in Nigeria, I teach at Simon Page College of Marketing. I teach CIM basically. So if you teach CIM, you can tell that you have to be a talkative because you are a student, you are reviewing, assignments and all of those stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I have a question here.
All right.
Someone said, any advice on personal branding?
Yes. My advice on personal branding is that whatever you do, there are a lot of great people out there that we don't know. There are a lot of mediocre people that we know. So just use that information, whatever you deem fit. There are a lot of great people that we don't know, and there are a lot of mediocre people out there that we know because they are loud. Although personal branding is not about being loud, it's about positioning. And that's how I started. And it begins with content. So today, just go and take a nice headshot, put it on LinkedIn, revamp your job title, put what you did in terms of achievement, and start posting weekly content with the help of generative AI. You don't need to struggle with content. Get nice creative. Add it to your content or your own picture. It sells better if you have nice pictures. Just add and start throwing out some informative content. Trust me, it's going to take a while, maybe not a while, before people start inviting you to come and speak. That's all. That is everything personal branding is about, especially for an individual. But don't fake it. Whatever you are doing, be genuine. I don't know if that makes sense. Don't say because you want to do personal brand, that's why you're putting out content. No. Be authentic, right? Yeah, be real to yourself that, okay, you want to contribute to knowledge, you want to help people, have a vision, have a purpose, then pursue it. That's all personal branding is about. And dress well.
Very important.
Put up perfume,
But they can't smell the perfume of the picture now.
The funniest thing is I went to an event in London and it was a bit embarrassing. And somebody saw me, oh, see this LinkedIn guy. I was a bit embarrassed. I'm not a LinkedIn guy. I'm not the founder of LinkedIn, or do I have a shares with them, right? Said I you're right up. I see your punk, That's just perception.
Yeah.
If I change it tomorrow, I can also change it if I want them to see something else. So very important. Personal branding is
So it is more of you taking the power into your hands and building what you want people to say about you.
Exactly. That's what marketing is about.
Exactly. And if you are in this space, I feel like it's a key thing for you because you get to go and sell the companies you work with and the products you work with. But what about yourself? How are you selling yourself? How are you putting yourself out there? Because you are the one doing this for them. You should be able to do that for yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Like I said, AI is now here because it feels like everything I do now, I have to impute it. I can't even remember a time when I was not using it anymore. It just feels like it is a part of me right now.
I like that. That's amazing.
Okay, so I have another question here. What happens when a campaign fails and how do you manage this?
Okay, I think Azigbo wants me to go into the teaching mode.
He's really going into this teaching today.
Which I'm really avoiding. So what happens when a campaign fails, right? Two things happen. One, your campaign might fail because you are targeting the wrong audience, you have a weak value proposition, or you have a weak campaign. Sometimes we feel that promoting product is the solution to our sales or revenue problem when what our problem is the product itself. Sometimes we have a product and we are either selling it wrongly or we are pitching the wrong value proposition, right? I'm going to the basics. So first of all, you need to understand, why is this campaign failing? And if you don't ask questions, you won't know why it fails. So what you do to manage it is what I'm going into. You need to know why your campaign has failed. You need to ask your customer questions. You need to know if you didn't set your campaign up very well, if you are using the wrong channel. You need to understand your audience. You need to understand what you are saying to them. A lot of the times we don't understand the audience. We just on Facebook, and because they're a sponsored post, we don't realize that the owners of Facebook and all of these platforms, they want to make money. So they know that if they just put sponsored posts, you are not a professional. You just press sponsor, do it anyhow, and you blow your money. They are happy, right?
They are making the money.
They are making the money. So you need to understand your audience. That's where you need to start from. Understand what you are saying to them. Understand that you are speaking to them at the right channel. Imagine your audience are on LinkedIn and you set up your campaign on Facebook and Instagram and you want it to succeed. How? I don't know if that makes sense. You are targeting B2B. Excuse me, but your audience you are running your campaign on Facebook and Twitter.
Who are you
Only.
talking to?
Exactly. Who are you talking to? What are you saying to them? Are they even listening? Do they even see your ad? So,
and if they're not seeing it, so how are you even getting through to them?
Exactly. So a lot of things are involved, but the first way to manage is to ask yourself, am I targeting the right people on the right channel? That's the first thing you need to ask yourself. If you're able to solve that, then you can work it back to your product. Is our product actually solving a problem? Are we saying the right thing to them? That's another thing. So it's a combination of different things, but start from that place.
I mean, Noella said it now. Ask questions, know your audience. Research.
Awesome stuff, Emanuela. Awesome stuff. Yeah, very right.
Okay, so I have another question here. Are KPIs dependent on the niche of marketing, or are they on the particular campaign at hand?
That's a very good question. So KPIs as per individual, KPI as per campaign or a unit. So your unit, you have KPI to generate X number of leads over a period of 6 months, X number of social media growth. You need to grow your social media by 50%. You need to drive engagement by X number of percentage. So there is that general one, right? So your campaign that you are running at any particular time is speaking to your overall KPIs. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of the times we don't know, and if you're a marketing professional here, the first thing you should do when they ask you to set up a campaign is to ask that, what's even our own KPI? What are we trying to achieve?
Yeah.
Right? Don't go ahead and say, okay, what channel do you want me to set it up on? Facebook or no, that's not how to start. Ask them questions. What are we trying to achieve? What is our own objective as marketing unit? How are we supporting the business goal? So when they break it down for you, then you can develop this. That's when your campaign becomes strategic. We use strategy loosely. A lot of things we do are not strategic because we don't ask how, why, what, where, who. Do you get? So once you start asking the questions, then you can develop the right KPIs for your campaign. So there's a campaign KPI to say, this campaign we are running, we want to generate 500 website traffic. We want to generate 50 leads. However, it should be a subset of a major KPI you are driving at in 6 months or in 1 year, which is either an individual KPI or a marketing KPI. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. So what you're trying to say is, while you have the overall KPIs, you should also have some sort of short-term or long-term, or so it is easier for you to be be realistic about achieving those KPIs, right? Can you hear me? Hi, Toby. Can you hear me? I think the network is acting out. Okay. If you're just joining us, we are live with Oluwatobi Adekunle, and we are talking about a day in his life. Hi, Toby. Can you hear me now?
The network. Can you hear me?
Okay. No, it's fine.
All right. Good.
So now jumping into, sorry, I am so sorry. So jumping into another question now is, how can you, now taking outside of being a marketing professional, how can entrepreneurs, how can they leverage digital marketing for their business? Do you have any advice in that sense?
Yes, I have an advice. One of the things I've done or I did recently was to develop a guide, like a comprehensive guide for
Yeah.
performance marketing for small and medium-sized business out
Mm.
of my generosity. So what I'm looking at currently is how to distribute it to reach the right people,
Oh,
right? I
what
feel
platform is it on? Can you also share it with us?
absolutely I can. It's currently being designed. Maybe we can work on the distribution together.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
nice.
So I believe if there's any platform entrepreneurs should leverage on are the digital platform, digital channels. However, I think they are doing it wrongly. Sometimes because they don't have the knowledge. So everybody feels because digital is available, let's just do, sometimes you see some conversation, you see comment, people trying to sell what they do under a comment that has nothing to do with what they are selling. It's a wrong way to use digital. Sometimes it can work, but I still feel entrepreneurs need to get the right knowledge. Those ones who have the right knowledge are doing things differently, and you can check them out. They're on Instagram. I don't want to promote anyone. I don't want to, but Instagram. They know, they understand how it works, and they are leveraging it. So I think entrepreneurs should leverage the right channels where they know their audience are. You see, I keep mentioning your audience. If your audience are on Twitter and you are sleeping every day and waking up on Instagram, you have followership, but you have sales, right? But if you're on the right channel, saying the right thing, and going back to personal branding, if you are selling a particular service or product, you need to represent what you are selling. You are selling stuff, but every conversation you have on Twitter is about politics, it's about religion, and you never for once talk about what you do. That means there's a connect between your personal brand and the business brand. And an entrepreneur is supposed to embody the brand he's trying to build. So the knowledge part is really lacking, and that's why they do things haphazardly a lot of the time. But sometimes you can't help them because it's the lack of knowledge. And they say where there's no knowledge, the people sometimes perish. Yeah.
Knowledge is actually key, or information is key rather. And oh, okay, I think I have another question here. I think we spoke around this already, but then again, somebody's asking, why did you choose digital marketing?
Digital marketing chose me. I didn't choose.
Okay.
Digital marketing found me. I wanted to become a psychologist.
Oh
Well,
wow.
yeah. I wanted to study psychology, missed that. You know how Nigerian school environment works. You want to do something, they
Yeah.
give you plant and science and environmental studies, all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So this
Yeah.
okay, there's an opportunity within this space. It's a growing knowledge. As of when we started back in 2009,
Yeah.
down to 2012, we didn't really have
Very
much people
different.
doing digital. So it was just an opportunity for me to say, okay, I think this is a different type of marketing. And I leveraged on it. And I am one of the pioneers of the largest digital marketing community in Nigeria. I say, I,
Okay.
I say that with all sense of humility, right? So it's out of my love for that profession. But I'm pivoting already into growth marketing.
Thank you so much for the humility. We are very honored. And I have another question here. When you work with clients, how do you typically manage their expectations and their requests?
Okay, interesting question. I'm currently working with one. It looks like I have everything. So this particular client wanted to run some campaign product in the UK, in Nigeria. Saw some traction in the UK. Wants to leverage on that traction he's getting from the UK, and reached out to us. He said, "Okay, guys, I need you guys to help me set up a campaign and all." And we came up with the concept, with the idea, with the budget and all. To say this is what we are going to spend. This is the result. What the result is going to look like, right? But suddenly the client came back to us and said, "Okay, you know what?" And slashed the budget by almost 30%.
Oh,
Almost.
wow.
He said, "Okay, you know what? I'll give you this small amount to test." And we are here. So one of the things I also realized is because we felt, okay, this is a new industry, it is a new niche we learn from, right? Okay, we then came back to tell the client, say, this money you sent us, don't it's just a test amount. So what we can do for you is to use this amount to run a campaign and test and get insight into the possibilities of what a better amount is going to drive in terms of results, right? So we didn't push the client away, but we manage the expectation in terms of this is what you are going to get based on what you are proposing. So don't expect too much. However, whatever we are doing now is just for us to test and see what is going to be later on when we are doing with the bigger picture. Yeah. So always explain to your clients, don't oversell or don't overpromise, right? Which is a lot of, most of the time that's what we do. We try to overpromise, don't overpromise, and use data. Most of the time, make sure that you are using data. There are a lot of data. There are primary data, there are secondary data. If you don't have primary, use secondary. Go and check research of what has been done, what insights are out there in terms of the campaign you want to run. Don't say your cost per install will be $25 when cost per install is actually $40 for an industry. So you need to have all of these insights, right? It is that insight that will help you to manage expectation from the client end. Otherwise, you overpromise and you under-deliver and you get into a problem. And the person will say, that's not what you told me. You told me that you will grow my account in 5 days. I'll have 100,000 followers.
Am I Father Christmas or am I miracle worker or something?
I now start explaining that, no, sir, it's not like that. Algorithm has changed. You didn't tell me you didn't tell me algorithm when you were collecting my money. So you just need to manage the expectation based on data. Yeah.
Okay. So I have one question now. I think it's regarding social media marketing and digital marketing. I just want you to explain the relationship between the two, because some people claim that they are digital marketers and some people claim that they are social media marketers or just managers, right? I mean, okay, with the managers, I can understand where they're coming from, but do you have any, like, could you just give a light into the relationship between these two roles?
Yeah, there's starting out, there is always a great misconception. People who do social media marketing usually feel they are digital marketer, or usually feel they are also doing digital marketing. No, you can be doing social media and not do digital marketing, right? But there's no how you do digital marketing without doing social media. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the social media marketing is a subset of digital marketing. So I will tell you what digital marketing involves. I don't want to go into teaching, but I'll just briefly explain it. Digital marketing is literally using technology and tools to sell or promote a product or a service. So you are using latest technology tools to promote your service. That's what digital marketing is about. So it involves search engine optimization. It involves search engine marketing, which is sometimes called PPC. It involves affiliate marketing. It involves content marketing. It involves social media marketing. It involves digital PR. It involves marketing automation. It involves email marketing. I've mentioned like 8 things, right?
Yes.
That's digital marketing in totality. So if you are doing social media, that's the only thing you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you know digital marketing. It means you're a master at social media. However, there are some people who have the general knowledge of digital marketing. They can do everything. Somebody like you, I believe, you're an expert.
Yes,
but
I am.
They are good at maybe 2 or 3 things, right? But they understand how everything works. So that's just the difference.
Okay, so actually now to my own personal question, right? Because I think I was on an interview the other day and I think I had a conversation about specializing in, okay, I don't know how to put it, but the conversation came up on how you could go far with just specializing in one part of it. Like now, like you said, digital marketing is a whole lot. But if you're now saying maybe you specialize in just email marketing, especially, let's just say I'm just an email marketer. Do you think, I don't know, what advice can you give in that aspect? So is it better to be all round, or is it better for me to just say I'm speaking to just one bit of the digital marketing skills?
Specialty is good. Well, if you are me or if I'm you, I won't stay in one place.
Honestly.
Trust me.
Hi, Toby. Can you hear me? I think the network is acting out again. Hi, guys. If you're just joining us, we are on the first episode of Marketing Tech, A Day in the Life, and we are speaking with Oluwatobi Adekunle, who is an expert in the digital marketing space. And he was just about to talk on the question about specialization, but I think the network is just a bit acting out, right? Happens to everybody at this point. Okay, so I'll just have to add him back. And while we are doing that, I hope you guys are enjoying the section. And if you're enjoying it, please can you just say I and hellos, please? Just for us to do like a roll count that we're still young, we're still very active. Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining. And 1 second, please. Let me try to get Toby back. Hi.
Apologies.
No, it's fine.
I just got a message that says my phone is my iPhone is too hot.
Oh.
Maybe it's because of what I was saying. Okay. I was saying something about
Specialization.
specialization.
Yeah.
Don't, please, you can have specialization, but be expert at everything.
Yeah.
Be good at everything.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, at some point, I was an SEO manager.
Yeah.
I was a PPC specialist before I became a full digital marketing manager. I was a social media manager also. I've done everything. So today, I can do social media for myself or for my company. I can do SEO. I can do, but I think my strongest point is in setting up strategy, digital strategy, setting up strategy and execution. So I can set up campaigns. I can monitor, optimize it all by myself. So just learn across board. You can have what you love. Some people is content. They like writing, but be good at everything. Be good at it. It pays off because at the end of the day, you can be a one-man team in a company where they just need one person, and they know you can do everything. You can do email marketing. You're an octopus. We call ourselves octopus. Yeah. So it's always good. It's always good to have a cross-functional capabilities.
This has been really insightful, and we're so grateful that you're able to join us today, to be honest.
Thank you
If
so
you're just
much.
joining me today, or if you're just joining us right now, we have been on this call for over 40 minutes now, talking about having Toby give us the gist into what his life is all about, right? Especially as a marketing professional. He has told us how he moved from psychology to digital marketing, and how digital marketing actually found him. And we are so grateful that digital marketing found him, because grateful that because of that we also found him, and he was here today to come and share everything of the gist of
Oh,
the
peace
gist.
is an octopus.
Oh yes, peace is an octopus.
I like that.
Okay, Toby, before we go off, could you tell us about Growth School and how people can just be a part of Growth School?
Okay. So I will just briefly say what we try to do at Growth School is to bridge the gap between what do I call it? Between theoretical knowledge
Yeah.
and practical execution in marketing. So we realize that a lot of people have an idea of what marketing is theoretically, but when it comes to practical execution, a lot is lacking. And today also, people don't realize how to leverage data in marketing. Please, if there's anything you are going to take away from this session, like I told them yesterday during the class I had, that if you've not been using data before as a marketer, forget AI, buzz, and everything. If you don't know how to use data, you are going to fizzle out in the profession sooner or later, right? Because the current business landscape are looking for people who have an understanding of how numbers work within the marketing space.
Yeah.
So if you are setting up a campaign, you have a number at the back of your mind. If that number is working, you can leverage your data to say, this is why it's not working, this is what we can do. So you are using data to optimize campaign. That's everything growth school is about. We just want to teach you that marketing is beyond all the beautiful and exciting things you see. Marketing is business. And that is the growth part. Marketing is business. If you want to be relevant on the board, you need to know the growth part of marketing. And that's what we teach. So if that is your passion, you can log on to
Growth School.
growthschool.co.uk.
Okay, let me just put that right there for everybody. So Growth School is SKO.
Yeah, SK-double-O-L
.co.
.uk.
.uk. Okay, Growth School. 1 second, please. I swear I actually type faster on a normal day. I don't know why I'm so slow right now. So growthschool.co.uk.
Yes, please.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. 1 second. Let me just pin this right there. Yes. Thank you so much. I feel like that is actually a very wonderful initiative because people feel like marketing is just something fancy, and people just think, especially entrepreneurs, they feel like it's something they can just wake up and say they can do. And now that we
not even entrepreneurs alone, even your colleagues in the office, your co-colleagues in the office,
they're like,
they feel
what
you
are
are
you even
playing.
doing? Especially finance, the finance team. Again, especially when you go to them with the whole budget and everything, it's like they do not want to spend the money. They're like, why can't you just do it without the money?
Exactly.
Marketing is actually a whole lot,
Yeah.
and if you're getting it right, you surely get results, good results, very impactful and positive results from there. And if you're not doing it right, if you're able to go back and try to know what you're doing wrong, you'll be able to better use that insight to develop or work on what you're already working on to make it a success. And I feel this was something Tobi also highlighted in what he said earlier. And like he said, data is very key, especially in this age and time that we have right now. And everything is moving fast.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is moving really fast. I mean, the way digital marketing was last 2 years is very different from what it is right now. And you just want to be able to stay on top of your game every time. Tobi, is there any advice for how to stay on top of your game? Like, how do you also stay on top of trends and what is happening in the industry and everything?
Khadija, I can tell you it's crazy. I hope a lot of people are able to do it. Sometimes I'm on my desk till 11 p.m. It's crazy. Passion first, then the drive to learn. The drive to learn. You just want to, I have a particular group where we subscribe to a particular learning platform. The learning platform literally should cost one person about £1,000, but because we were multitude, it costs less. And we're about 50 and above in that group. So the passion because people want to know, is a platform where there are all kinds and all types of resources within the marketing space, all types, any type of marketing you think about, and by people who are good. So just have the drive to learn. You need to keep learning. You need to keep learning. You need to keep learning. You don't just stop learning. The day you stop learning, you start dying within this marketing profession. Because one young guy will just tell you, boss, you didn't know that this thing is happening already. And you're like, oh, tell me. Yeah, because it's digital. You just have to keep learning so that one day it is not your MD that will tell you what is happening on TikTok and how you can use TikTok to run adverts. Do you get?
Yeah.
So you just have to keep learning.
So
and you can learn from anybody. Noella said marketing is not for the weak. Absolutely.
And also, speaking to the learning part you talked about, I feel like entrepreneurs and managers also want to be able to take an insight from what you said there, because giving or providing or having a learning culture in the organization is very important for you to be able to drive that creativity and innovation in that company. So learning is very important in whatever field you are, whether if you're in digital marketing or not, or if you're not even in marketing per se, you have to always be on the on to want to learn more, right?
Absolutely.
To be able to be better, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
You don't know what to say again.
Well, it's been so lovely having you. Some of the key
It's an interesting session. I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Some of the key takeaways right here is how you should be able to always stay on top of your game, how you should also leverage data, how your personal branding is very key in whatever thing you're doing. I mean, it is just about, and you said something about getting the best picture ever. I think that's the first time in building your personal branding. Just go and take that picture now. If you've not taken that picture,
Yeah.
go and take it right
Yes.
after this call, to be honest. And thank you so much, Tobi, for having us. Guys, so this is the first episode of A Day in the Life of a marketing professional. We are going to be having same series, same time. Not technically same time, like the second to last Saturdays every month. And this
Oh,
is our first
beautiful.
episode. Thank you so much, Tobi, for helping us start this series. And
Thank you so much,
thank you
Khadija, for
so
having me.
much. And have a lovely day, Tobi. Thank
I
you
need
very
to.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Hi, guys. So this is going to be our first episode, and we are going to be having more episodes come. I don't know why I said come to come, but thank you so much, Tobi, for what you did for us today, and we really appreciate. And you guys just look out for what our next guest is going to be. Don't worry, it is somebody really professional. I don't know why I said that, but and it is going to be very interesting. I hope you started with us and you're ending with us. And if you have, please remember to tell everybody out there, your family and friends, your cousin, your nephew, your enemies per se, because really there's a lot to learn here. And if you need us to help you talk to the enemy too, we're here to help you talk to them. But thank you guys. Remember, Tech Creative is here for you. We're all about empowering and creating a sense of community or involvement or not ownership, like inclusivity for you in the industry. And you can join our community by clicking the link in our bio, and also you can get to follow up on our episode with that. Thank you so much for your time today, and it was lovely having you guys, and I hope you have a nice evening. Thank you so much. Bye.